We've got some clouds cruising through, and that could be a limiting factor later on today. The cloud deck, the ceiling around 12,000 feet here in Lexington, our Lexington Financial Center live camera showing it's a quiet morning. Now, there are some showers out there isolated in western Kentucky. The main round of storms along the cold front still off to the west, so that's across Missouri. And then dropping back to the southwest, you can see storms firing and pushing east. So this boundary is the main driver behind what's going to happen later on today. And there is a severe risk, but it's higher as you go south from Nashville, Tennessee, down through Tupelo, and eventually back through Greenville, parts of Mississippi, under that Memphis as well. Slight risk for severe storms. We have this marginal risk, which we had in place yesterday as well. That has not changed. A lot of what we see later on today is conditional on how much sunshine we see, how much instability we have to work with. And right now, we've got quite a bit of cloud cover hanging in there. So we'll have to wait and see if we see any decent breaks in the clouds later on today. The rain chance by hour, obviously it's ramping up. Mid to late afternoon is when it will start, and then it will max out later on this evening as the actual cold front pushes our way. And the future track shows the progression of that. Isolated showers this morning, and then that scattered development starting into the afternoon. This is around 3 to 4. You see those shower storms starting to fire up and then trying to consolidate into a line of showers and storms this evening. So by late afternoon, early evening, that narrow window, a couple of hours there, that's where we may see a few storms that could produce some damaging wind gusts. Cannot rule out an isolated tornado, some small hail. But again, it's a lower end threat as far as the severe potential goes. But a second wave coming in with the cold front could throw some heavier rain and gusty wind toward our southern counties as well. And when this is all said and done, after the cold front's through and we continue to dry out, we will get some much needed rain, because in the last 30 days, we have had 0.14 inches of rain in Lexington. It has been just bone dry. In that time frame, normally we'd have over 3.5 inches of rain. That's our average. So seeing this is heartening. You know, we could pick up between a half to an inch of rain on the high end. Not everyone will see those kind of amounts, but it could be a pretty good soaking for a number of locations. We've got 50s and 60s now. The wind is going to be a factor. It'll be gusty out of the south, 20, 30 miles per hour. That'll drive highs into the upper 70s. You notice the dip, the rise, the dip again. And we could see what could be a, significant cool down into next week. Wait till you see the 8-day. Mostly cloudy, gusty, that shower and storm possibility into the afternoon that I talked about. We'll see showers and storms continuing through this evening and then winding down into early tomorrow morning across southeastern Kentucky. And then they'll be out of here tomorrow morning. We should be pretty much done with it. Isolated showers Thursday morning. Look at the temperature drop next week. Also, I was hoping to keep Saturday night dry for the Cats game. That's looking a little less likely. We've got the potential there for a few showers and storms Saturday, and then a temperature drop. Could be our coldest there of the season, with highs only in the 50s and overnight lows not just down in the 30s as we've seen. Potentially upper 20s. Could get into hard freeze territory next week if that cold pans out the way it's looking like it could.